Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Happy Sunday to you. Wow, take a look at this market. Fantastic stuff. Bitcoin coming up closer to 41,000. What a nice change of events here. Well, not really much of a change, honestly. It's just continuing higher, and a lot of altcoins are doing the same. I get the question a lot here, though, with Avalanche. Is it going to start tumbling down, or is it going to continue higher? We got this double bottom kind of pattern here forming, even a double top, depending on how you look at it. We got some sell signals back here for my CC Golden Indicator and a handful of other reasons why we may or may not want to take a trade. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back-end data first and quickly note a few key factors, and then I want to celebrate something here for us next as well, because our community here is really looking good. Actually, this is the monthly, so keep this in mind. Just quickly note larger time frame, so we can see a heavy concentration of shorts at $23. A heavy concentration of shorts that got liquidated with that little liquidation hunt. Big surprise there at $22.80. Okay, that's about $23. I think it was about sometime earlier in the week. But let's go ahead and take a look at the last 7 days here. Let's go ahead and note here the more important stuff. So first of all, we got some heavy shorts here at about $22.80. Again, I think last week, as a matter of fact, we saw some shorts getting liquidated right there. But generally speaking, 23 is a heavy concentration of shorts, and we got a pretty equal amount of longs here, right at about $20, $21. So there's big ranges here, but between 21 and 23 is where the price action is wavering. There's a stronger likelihood of this upper level liquidity to get swept now that Bitcoin's pumping than the inverse. Now, again, you got to keep in mind Bitcoin dominance, all that good stuff. It is on the rise, which does imply that some altcoins could come back down. Avalanche is no exception. Okay, so we got to be mindful of that. But what's really cool here, and what isn't an exception, is how amazing these trades are here. Take a look at some of our swing trades. 44% from Bitcoin 5 days ago. These are just 5x leverage trades. 2 months. I do not mind waiting 2 months for 263%. I don't care who you are, that's still good money. It's not egregious either because we're using small portfolio sizes, not trying to get wrecked. Okay, we hit 2 stop losses last month and over 20 take profit targets. So trust me, it still works. ADA 24%, Solana 61%. I think we even had ARB as well. The key takeaway here, though, is that the market is pumping. We see tons and tons of data here showing that millions of dollars is flowing into Bitcoin. Look at this, $700 million in 12 minutes that caused the price to push up over 40,000. We're now closer to 41,000. That's crazy. All right, so what does that all mean for us here with Avalanche? Well, let's quickly note the daily time frame and work our way down. And just note, and this is something that kind of, well, there's 2 elephants in the room, okay? If you can fit 2, right? There's this upper level liquidity. We've already talked about that. Tremendous amount of liquidity here in this upper range right there at a previous fib level. In fact, we can draw this out a little further because those fib levels haven't changed yet. So at this range here, once more, let me just quickly clarify, right at about 23, let's just say $23, specifically $22.80, but $23 is an important level to note. That is going to be a strong amount of liquidation if the price comes up there. Also to recognize, we got a significant amount of fair value down here still left, more so down in the 18 to 19 range, but still relevant, right? Because again, we see on the charts here, right around $20 is a heavy concentration of long liquidations. Let's just go ahead and put that on the charts here too. So this lower fib here at 0.786 and the upper fib at 236 and 0.786, we're looking at pretty heavy concentrations, okay? So we're right here at the upper range. Stronger chance the price comes up here, wicks all those shorts and comes right back down. Again, a lot of little things can happen, but liquidation hunts are vicious and they happen all the time. Market movers are extremely aware of where this is at because this is all public data, right? You got to recognize that. Or paid for data is still public, if you will. Again, I paid for it, but still worth it. So I can provide, again, good liquidation levels for you guys and gals. So let's look at the 4-hour time frame and see where we're at here. In fact, let's just go ahead and re-add those here so we can kind of see where those focal points are, just to give us perspective of liquidation levels. So if we take a look here, again, this upper liquidation level on the charts is reflecting that same amount that we see there from before. So keep in mind, these liquidation levels are recent, but also previous to back all the way from November 19th. We still have some levels there that need to be swept. Okay, so there's a strong probability we'll see that. I still feel like AVAX will come up there and sweep that upper level. But what we need to see first is to break this range right here. 2250 is a very difficult place to cross. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 attempts to break that level, still unsuccessful. If we can get a closure at 2250 or higher, solid chance we'll see the price action continue up to this upper liquidity level. If, however, the price comes up and rejects, comes down from that level, and we can't see it go any further, that's a case in point where we might want to consider taking some shorts, because again, Bitcoin is overextended no matter how you look at it. While it should continue to go up, I'm advising not to take any shorts on Bitcoin. That doesn't speak to altcoins. A lot of altcoins are primed for the picking, okay? And Avalanche, again, is no exception based on the large amount of liquidation down below. Okay, so what does all that mean? Well, let's take a look at the RSI. MACD here. First of all, MACD is trying to swing up, but hasn't yet. Okay, so we're not bullish at all. Again, a break above 2250 would probably put us there. Same thing with the RSI, though. We got a nice little bounce off 50, and the money flow index kind of jumped right off of that 30 to 35 range, okay? When that happens, those are typically very bullish signs, okay? Again, we got the price action going sideways with the RSI going down. There's more likelihood of the price going up from here than it would to go down, okay? Keep in mind, we're testing the 20-day SMA, but we're still above the 50 and the 100. So again, heaven forbid the price pulls back here. We got a ton of volume support at $21 even, and there's a good chance of a leg up from there too, okay? So I really think we're still in a pretty sweet position here for Avalanche. We've been taking a monstrous amount of profit from it too with our day trading scalping bot. And it's just an easy coin to kind of trade when it goes range bound like this, and especially when it breaks out. And I think we're due for a correction here soon, likely to the upside. More things are swinging to the upside. So keep this in mind. Everything I've done here so far, I'm trying to convince myself not to take a trade. You got to recognize that. I'm not trying to convince myself that we should take a long position and go to the moon with the Avalanche. I think it's relevant to understand that we got to pump the brakes sometimes. I'm telling you to do that right now. We get confirmation above this key level resistance, different story altogether. Okay, those are things I look for. So again, I might set an alert somewhere up in this range here just to kind of see roughly what the price action looks like if we cross that level. Okay? Again, you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, it's going to be too late. Why are you missing on those profits? I don't care. I wait days for good entries, and my community members can speak to this too. Because again, sometimes they'll be asking when's the next signal. I might go a few days without. In fact, I don't think I've sent a signal since Thursday or Friday. And I'm okay with that because we're taking a ton of profit. We don't want to get too heavy with our positions. We want to make sure to take that profit first and then consider some other entries. Right now, when everything's going crazy, folks are jumping in. I prefer just to wait for it to calm down. Again, different types of strategies, different types of traders. Nothing wrong with jumping in too, but I just prefer to wait for confirmation. That comes in a few different ways. Let's go ahead and confirm this and call it a day. So quickly to note, not overextended on TD sequential while we're at a 6. We still got a few hours left. We've got the price action, albeit fairly range bound, still within the cloud or below. Not a great sign. Conversion line hasn't crossed the baseline yet. The lagging span still in the price action. So if by this time tomorrow the price action is going sideways, gravitating closer to 2250, I'd probably feel better about a position because we'd be above the cloud. Conversion line should naturally be above the baseline, and we'd also have a free and clear lagging span. Again, if you're curious about how to utilize the Ichimoku Cloud, probably the best indicator you could ever use. I have an instructional video on how to use it. Just search it in my channel. Okay. All right, folks, that's what we got here for today. Very last thing, it's extremely important, probably the most important thing to recognize. A lot of my BingX users probably realize this. They're starting to require VPN, which is the first step in the direction of requiring KYC. We've seen it happen with multiple exchanges. So do yourself a favor. Join up with Bitunix, phenomenal exchange. If you use my links below, you get fantastic newbie benefit rewards. But more important, they have no KYC, no VPN, trailing stop losses, multiple profit targets, like things that most other exchanges don't even offer. So I'm really, really stoked to be able to work with them because they are providing a great service to my community, and I'm super, super thankful. So thanks again. Oh, you want to jump on over to our community? Come on over. There's a free Discord, Telegram, and Twitter. We're all having a good time. All right, folks. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you in the next one.